Ladies and gentlemen, I recently encountered an article that had some promising news in it. Apparently, Texas, one of their legislators, wants to submit a proposal for the people to vote, apparently November 21st of this year, on whether or not Texas will secede from the United States and thus become its own standalone country. If they do, I'm out of here. I'm out of Baltimore. I don't care. We're done. Even if I can't sell the place, I'll just leave it behind. To hell with it, because frankly, I love America, but these socialist mask holes. I mean, good God, I'm losing my mind. I was thinking about this, and I don't talk directly to the leftists a lot, but let's say you're a little, pinko commie bastard leftist. You want everybody to drive $100,000 electric car, but they can't work, and you legalize, pedophilia and transgender, whatever the hell, people doing that, and you subscribe to the global warming myth and that kind of thing. Okay, just like full blown commie. All right. Now, left has been trying to get DC be a state and Puerto Rico to be a state, so they pick up 4 senators and some representatives. Not a lot. The thing is, it's a question of the balance of power. It doesn't matter how many total representatives and senators you have. It's the percentage. Do you have, how over 50% are you? If Texas and maybe a few other red states secede, the 2 senators go away, and all the representatives in Texas in the House, of course, go away. Shifts the balance to the left. If you're AOC or Ilhan Omar, you should be giving any Texas nationalist group or whatever, you should be giving them millions of dollars a day. Okay? I mean, what was it, the famous passage in Dante's in Inferno that the devil said that it's better to rule in hell than serve in heaven? Let's say Texas, maybe 2 or 3 states secede. Well, the left can run the other 47, okay, or whatever, 48, 47. Frankly, one thing, if you really want to, and the nice thing about Texas, it's big enough. I mean, a good part of your 70 of Trump voters and your 74 million people, I mean, you probably literally could sort of fit in there. There's a lot of wide open spaces that the places where people could live. And, of course, your liberals like in Austin and Houston, of course, they would be outnumbered and they would tend to run into the United States. So, the details would be pretty straightforward. Then you'd have 10 years you could choose to be a citizen. 7 years they could, set up a printing press and do their currency. And then, the United States would give up the military bases that they have. And, I mean, it could be done. And the thing is, it's not impossible. Like, look at Czechoslovakia. That country, they had a difference of opinion. The Czech Republic and Slovakia split in 2, and now they're 2 separate countries. And they did it without spilling a single drop of blood. And this wasn't just a little piece of seeding. I mean, the whole thing was cut in half. And they don't have nearly as much money and power as the United States does to deal with things like this. I mean, it can be done. And I mean, in a way, how can you, in a way, the United States isn't united. There's no common cause. As far as I'm concerned, frankly, a socialist is not an American. Okay? And these guys, the left, they don't care about the Constitution. They can say, well, the Civil War says you can't secede. And the left violates the Constitution all the time. They make up their rules all the time. And, if you look at Marx, like what he says, seizing the levers of power and infiltrating, putting your people into places, well, the flip side of that is persuading those who disagree with you to leave. Whether you kill them or whether they just go elsewhere. Either way's fine. I mean, frankly, if Texas Texas can easily survive as its own country. It did. For a while, there's a lot of oil. I mean, hell, if you got oil, you're economically self-sufficient right there. Easily produces its own, feeds itself. Access the Gulf to, trade and everything else. So, I mean, you're good to go, tourist attraction, that kind of thing. So, they can definitely do well as a country. It could almost be like, the Germany of North America, but with cowboy hats or something. It'd be pretty cool. So, hopefully you little lefties, and I know some of you little commie bastards listen to my channel. I know you do. I can trace your IP addresses. I know about computers. I know you do, and you can cover it up so that the using and viewing things don't show up on YouTube, but I know you do. Okay? So, if you are a pinko commie bastard, do everything possible to make Texas secede from the United States. We will all be better for it. This is White Lightning 777 signing out.